Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Blanca. So today's video, a garden update, morning walk. I'm gonna walk the garden, show you guys what's in bloom. My garden is busting with blooms. I am so excited to share all these blooms with you guys. Just want to apologize for not being on for a while. My kids were home from college. They were on spring break. So it's been a really busy week and a half. But now I'm back and I'm going to show you some wonderful blooms that are blooming out here. And we're going to take a walk. So first of all, I am going to go around and I'm going to show you everything since it's been so long. But I wanted to show you my keiki here, my anosmum keiki, which I attached a few years ago. She is in bloom, you guys. 4 beautiful flowers. And you know what? It's a little windy today, so I hope the wind is not bothering you. But 4 beautiful flowers on this anosmum. Just absolutely gorgeous. She is very fragrant. So I went ahead and I did divide this one from a mother plant, which is under my orchid section. And I put this little keiki on here. I want to say it's been 3 years. You know, she's been growing slowly, but you know, she's in bloom. She's gorgeous. Look at her. And there's 2 new growths there. So every year, of course, she's gonna get bigger. And you guys, Dendrobium, anosmum, Dendrobium nobiles, all dendrobiums are just bursting. My garden is full of them. So wanted to show you that one. And she is attached to my gumbo limbo. And she gets around this morning sun around this time. It's around, I want to say it's around 10:30, and it's also overcast, so it's not really sunny this morning, but she loves it there. Now on my gumbo limbo, I did put all of these mounted cattleyas, and just want to give you guys an update. They're doing okay. Still no flowers. I have been slacking on the fertilizing, I have to say. It's a little hard when I have my grandson here every day. I don't want him around any type of chemicals, so have not fertilized in a while. Now I'm gonna take advantage, and I'm gonna treat for with orthene today. I'm gonna treat for thrips because there is thrips present in the garden. I'm gonna show you why I say there's thrips present. Lots of blooms are coming in, damaged. Lots of spikes are drying up, so it's definitely time to treat for thrips. And for thrips, I do like to use orthene. And there's my husband watering over there. I was like, get the orthene and do that for me. He's like, no, that's your job. So I'm gonna have to treat for with orthene, which is what I like for thrips. Now that he's not here, and he won't be here for a few days because college was on spring break, and now regular school goes on spring break. My daughter's a teacher, which means he's not going to be here for probably a week. So I'm going to take advantage and do all of the insecticide treatment on these guys. Well, not on this one, because this is a beautiful Dendrobium nobile. She is, oh my gosh, you guys, Dendrobium nobiles in my garden are doing amazing. Look at this one. I think I've lost a tag for her, but she's like a yellow. I'm trying to think of her name, but I can't. Is this the Oriental Smile? I don't know. I can't remember. But this one might be the Oriental Smile because she's yellow with a pink. Look at that. I've got so many of them in bud. Now this one has a little, this should be like a Dendrobium nobile special. Look at this one, you guys. It's like a purple, like a magenta with a yellow. And I've said this in my videos before. Got some flowers growing under here. That Dendrobium nobiles are really tolerant to temperatures. They love the full sun. They tolerate when temperatures drop. They can even go down to like the low 40s and they'll be okay. And you know, I do like to mount them upside down because they are very top heavy. Look at the show on this one. This one, I don't have the name for it either. I like to call it my Easter orchid just because of the colors are very pastel-y. All of them are really pastel-y, but this one I called her that a while ago. I've had this one on here probably for 4 years already. But look at the show. I mean, they're all putting out a great show, you guys. So yeah, this one, highly recommended. if you're able to mount, definitely try the Dendrobium nobilis. Like I said, you want to just flip them over and mount them initially upside down, because they will find their way up. They will face up in the direction upwards towards the sun. Let's see. The Schomburgkias are doing amazing. Most of them are on spike. These out here, I didn't see any spikes on here, but I did see lots of spikes in other Dendrobiums. I've got some Cattleyas in bud, but see those buds? They look like they need to be treated. That is a sign of thrips. I just have to see when the flower grows. My Arachnus is in spike and budding up, and she's just found a way to just grow wild everywhere. So I put her here in the middle of these trees, and she seems to be happy there. Let's see, we've got, look at this, more Dendrobiums. Nobilis in bud. Look at this one, you guys. I mean, you guys like Nobilis. I'm telling you, this year has been like their year. Look at this. Oh, just gorgeous. I love to come out here and just look at them. So I do have, I do mount them with the knee-high, and I'm just going to show you how it disintegrates after time, where you can just like kind of take it off. You see, it's already attached. All the roots are attached, and then you can just kind of rip off the knee-high. But at least while it was starting to grab, it had a secure hold with the knee-high. I usually like getting rid of it. I don't like the way the knee-highs look. So they just kind of, you know, disintegrate and come right off. I just have to come out with a scissor and cut this. But when I first put them on, I like to just give them a tight hold, like secure them really, really well. Remember, they are very top heavy. So to me, a knee-high is what I like to use, because it is, it disintegrates, and then through the mesh of the knee-high, they get a lot of moisture. And then at the same time, they're super, super secure on the tree. So, I mean, this one is, I'm just gonna get scissors and just cut it off, and then I just stay with the actual orchid nice and secure. Now I do like to cover it all with a Spanish moss. You guys have messaged me a lot. I mean, I get lots and lots of messages. Look at this beautiful Cattleya growing down here. I get lots of messages where I purchase a Spanish moss, and I do not. So a few years ago, and I have to tell you, it's probably been like, I want to say like 2 or 3 years. I didn't have as much of the sphagnum moss, of the Spanish moss, and I did purchase just probably like 2 hands full. I think I paid like $10 or something at one of the local nurseries here. I think it was at Heavenly Garden. They had some, and I wanted to buy some from them. So I did purchase maybe like that, like 1 or 2 handfuls. That's it. And all of this is just the Spanish moss multiplying, because that's what happens. It's live. It's a live plant, I guess. It's a plant, I don't know. But it does multiply, you guys. It's live. You wet it, and you just have it in your garden, and by the time you come to realize that you've got Spanish moss everywhere. So those of you guys that have asked, you know, what kind of Spanish moss is it? When I purchased it, it just grows, you guys. It grows. Look at this. Look at this beautiful show. I can't get over this. I mean, I've got a bunch of nobilis growing here, and then on this one. And it looks so pretty, like when you're sitting out and kind of looking out in the garden. This is really starting to bother me. It looks so pretty. I mean, I love them. I love the color and everything. Just sometimes, you know, I wish they were a little darker, because you can actually see them better from far away, but I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful, beautiful show. And then let me just show you this this cattleya. The Nobelies are taking over this video, so sorry you guys if you guys don't like Nobelies. I just have them everywhere. So this is a beautiful, this is the American Beauty, and this is not sun damage. This is definitely thrips, which is what I'm going to be treating for today. I mean, she's a beauty. And then I have another full sheath over here. Look at that. Oh, beautiful cattleya. Now this one here is my pig-haired orchid, the one that's my Dibiana. So she's gonna bloom soon. So hopefully if I get out here this week, I can show you the blooms on her. Let's see, garden is looking amazing. You guys, thanks for your comments. I love that you guys are loving how my garden is turning out. I mean, we're almost at the finish line. There's just a few little things in here and there that I want to add. Especially I do want to add more orchids, but I'm being very selective. I put these plants here. I forgot now what they're called, but they're doing really, really happy down here. Caladiums, am I saying that right? So just put a little basket of them down here, which they're super happy. I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm trying to use all the space that I can. Look at all these. So if you see orchids down here at the bottom of the palms, is because I'm trying to just maximize my space and just add everything. So I love how that's doing. So I might add some caladiums. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Also down here to give that some color. Some cherry babies. And very fragrant this morning. And then just, these are starting to come out of bloom. This is a sweet pinky love, which is this flower over here. My orchid section is full of flowers too. Let's see. Got some dancing ladies that just bloomed. They're pretty. So I do have to focus as you're looking now at my garden. If you guys are new here, anybody that's new, since I do mount my orchids, because I just love to mount them on my palms. I do not like keeping my orchids inside pots. They do not do well for me. So I really need to focus on, you know, the orchids that do well for me because I mount them. So you're going to be seeing me add, because I do want to add more orchids to my collection, but I'm going to focus on the orchids that do well. So stay tuned for lots of just dendrobium purchases. They do amazing. More dancing ladies. I just love the way they look. Cattleyas, you guys. I have from the box I got from Squirrel Smith, I have all of those cattleyas, which are still in bloom, which I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to put them, because I want to be very, very selective in where I put them, because I know, oh, look at this one. I know where in my garden they grow well and where in the garden they don't grow well. So here I have a spike coming from one of my Schomburgkias, and then this beautiful cattleya hybrid right here, which she's starting to fade just a little bit. So when this one was, and last video I tried showing you guys a tag. There you go. So when it first blooms, it's more of a fuchsia, and then the orange from that Fuchs orange nugget comes out. Just absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so like I was saying, I'm trying to just figure out what is the best spot for those cattleyas. I love the Rubellini spot, which is where I have some cattleyas always in bloom. And here's my Grammatophyllums in bloom. I mean, not in bloom, but in bud. And then here's another flower spike coming from this Grandiflora. So yeah, that's what's more or less what's spiking and what's blooming around my pool. So yeah, so like I was saying, you guys, want to, this spot right here, I don't have, this spot is always in flower. Right now they've already all flowered, but this spot right here for my cattleyas is amazing. So I might bring those new cattleyas over here. And then look at my nun's orchid. This is my Fias Oktoberfest. She's in, she smells good. So I have this one, which is reblooming, and I have another one under my terrace. All right, so you see what's happening here. These leaves, these big leaf orchids, you guys, do not put them anywhere near the sun, because this is what happens. They just fry. So this is why this one is under here for now. And then I'm gonna clean her up and put her under my terrace. So yeah, so like I was saying, this spot for my cattleyas, I know I'm all over the place this morning, I'm sorry, is amazing. They get shade, they get, you know, they don't get rained on a lot, just because it's kind of covered under here. But because they are bare root, they will tolerate a little bit more moisture in here. So I'm thinking of bringing some of those cattleyas and just putting them on this rubellini. I don't know, I might, let me just, since this is an update, this is going to be a long video, so let me walk you over to where I have those so you can see what I'm talking about. And then when I was doing that orchid shuffle, when I was trying to get all the orchids out of my orchid section, I brought some over here. So here I've got some cattleyas, I've got the Lady of the Night, the Queen of the Night, I've got a few oncidiums down here. And this is that favorite spot under this north facing window, which my Vandas used to do amazing when I had them mounted here, but now we've moved on from that area. So let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, so bear with this table because I need to come out here and clean it. But see, all of these, they're not even, these are all fading already, which is a great time to start acclimating them. Oh, this one is gorgeous. I love this one. Look at this one. So these are the calais I'm talking about. This one does put out an amazing show. So I really want to find a good home for them, somewhere where they're gonna thrive. Oops. Getting ready to do all my fertilizing. Somewhere that they're gonna thrive and not burn. So that's the project for today. I just have to give them a spot and see where I'm gonna put them. So either under the rubellini tree, put a few, and around my garden. I can show you also a really nice spot where I have a Walkeriana Kenny, which always blooms every year. And cherry babies are gonna start, these are all cherry babies here. They're gonna start blooming sometime in June. May, June is their time. Here goes a spike from my Fascinatum. There you go. All right, so this spot here is where my Walkeriana Kenny is mounted. She blooms every year. That's why I brought this mount over here to see how they start liking their new place too. Because I'm not getting any blooms from these guys. And that's because I haven't fertilized. I know, it's my fault. But anyway, so this palm here, now this is, let's see, now this is east facing. Might bring some cattleyas and see how they do attached here. Maybe that orange one. So I have to really think about it. You know, I'm done just like impulsively attaching and thinking they're gonna do well, and then they don't. So I need to really analyze where I'm gonna put my new orchids moving forward. Now, look at this, he just finished watering and it's like a disaster. What happened here? I need to rearrange the rocks from my little pathway. So now onto my orchid section. So we've got the shade sails up. Now I did notice that this shade sail right here is waterproof, which means that anything under that shade, it's like a tongue twister. Anything under that shade sail shade, sage sail, you see, can't say it too fast because then it doesn't even sound like the name. Anything under that is not gonna get water because this is waterproof. So now I'm starting to look for a mesh or a shade cloth that's not waterproof, that has that same design. I like that triangle design. So we gotta go back to the drawing board and see where I find it big enough, like this one, that is that lets the water go through, like this one. So still, everything is still a work in progress. I mean, I'm still trying out, you know, different things. So this one does let the water go through. If you guys, I know you guys, lots of you guys were asking me about my shade sails, shade sails. This one is not. So this one, I don't think is that good because nothing is getting the rainwater under here, because this is stopping it. So if I were to recommend these, I mean, I did get these on Amazon. Try to get one that is like meshy like this, so that you can get, so the orchids can get rained on, because that one stops it. So under here, let's see. So I'm still dealing with lots of issues with the sunburns. Like when I took everything off and I got rid of all the trees out here. Still dealing with lots of yellow leaves. So, you know, it's gonna take a little bit of time. But my birds of paradise, I know there's another name for them, you guys always tell me, but I know these as birds of paradise are you know, they're doing good. You see that yellow? Don't look at that yellow. There is a Hoya over here that is blooming that I really want to show you guys, because it's doing really, really good. So here it is. I brought my Hoyas under here so they can get lots of this shade. And look at this one. This one I got with Patsy. And this one is called the Hoya Pachiclata. Hoya Pachiclata. So this one smells like Fruit Loops. I got this one at the Tamiami show in May. Not the one in January, the one that just passed, but the one that they did in May last year, May 2022. And I loved it because it did smell a little bit like Fruit Loops. Uh-oh. The flowers are fragrant, they're beautiful, and look at all the peduncles that I have on this. Look at that. So super happy with these Hoyas. Let's see, my Vandas are recuperating. I just think that aside from the sunburn, they have thrips, because I did get some spikes on some and then they dry up. So all of my Hoyas, I kind of like align them all around here. Oh, see, I've got peduncles everywhere. Peduncles everywhere. All right. Got our Nussmums in bloom. Let's see. Now this was a beautiful Nussmum, and then this fell. Oh, so let me also let you guys know, we were out here, and we got a company to come out to cut down all of the fronds that were, I guess, mature. And they really left my royal palms. I mean, look at the size of these royal palms, you guys. When those fronds fall on my orchid section, they destroy everything. So we got this company to come out to clean all of these coconut trees and all of these royal palms. So hopefully for the next few months, I will not have this happening, because this one fell. You see how it's like destroying everything? This one fell and destroyed like almost a whole Nussmum orchid. So, you know, was dealing with that after I had a beautiful Nussmum in bloom. And then I've got this one here. I'm not sure why she looks a little she's blooming. This is my Dendrobium bullianthianum from Smiley. You know, and I didn't go to Fairchild. I was super busy for that show. I had Dendrobium bullianthianum. I had, I was just complicated the whole weekend. I had another show where I was a vendor with my candles, and then I had a bridal shower. So I couldn't make it to the Fairchild show, which I really wanted to go to see Smiley and all of my favorite vendors. But I will be at Cruel Smith. This is already coming out of bloom. This is the one that it had a beautiful stalk, and then this fell. So I will be at Cruel Smith in April, and that's going to be the next orchid show that I go to. And then after that is going to be May at Redlands. So sorry that I didn't bring you guys to Fairchild, is because I didn't go. So let's see, other vandas that has a spike there, but it doesn't look very good. So yeah, so in the garden, dealing with thrips, you guys. Just thrips everywhere on my vandas, on my cattleyas, Dendrobium and spike, which is why probably the flowers are less than what I would have hoped for this time of the year, and it's because of the thrips. Flower spikes there, but again, thrips, you guys, look. You see the black? That's all thrips. It's not sun, it's thrips. So we'll be treating for that today. In the meantime, I am enjoying the blooms that I have out here, and hopefully with this treatment I will start getting new blooms in the next few weeks, because orthene does work really well. It's toxic, it's potent, it's chalky, it stinks, but it does the job. It takes care of it right away. 1 or 2 treatments and your orchids are thrips free. And yeah, that's what's going on here in the garden. Just trying the best I can to get these flowers in good condition. Hey, Romy. And get flowers now that we're in spring. Is it officially spring already? I don't know. Here in Florida, it's been spring for a while. It is hot. Today is windy. It's not as hot, but it's been really sunny. It's been really hot. So everything is starting to just bloom and look great. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for joining me in today's video. I know it's been a while. Every time I say I'm gonna be out here more often, something always comes up, and then I can't bring you guys a video for like another week. But it was an amazing week with my kids home. Lots of family time, lots of just get-togethers and activities. And that's it. They're back in college, and then I get a whole week off from my beautiful grandson, because my daughter, which is a teacher, is off next week. So this is why I am going to treat. I am going to just treat, fertilize, do everything that I can this week that he's not going to be here, so he doesn't go anywhere near all that stuff. So if you guys are thinking of treating also, just pets, children, humans need to be far away from all that. So especially if you're using something as strong as like the insecticide, which I'll be using today, which is for thrips, orthene. My dogs will be inside for a while, and that's it, you guys. Today's video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Again, I will chime in this week just with another update, let you guys know what's going on. It's kind of hard for me to get away. It's been a little busy, but I promise you guys, as soon as I get a chance to go get some new orchids, I will, because I do have, always have plans to keep adding orchids to my palms, especially the ones like you see that are always doing so well. And that's it, today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Have a beautiful day and a beautiful week. I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye. Oh, bless you.